crypto investing where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, computer software trading, probability-based trading alert, technical analysis, company philosophy, as I'm your most trusted source for blockchain technology as we scroll the coins and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates here on YouTube and in the cryptocurrency sphere, as that's right, as we see the coins are not doing much, up and slightly down, and a percent or two up or a percent or two down. I brought back truth and integrity back into the trading market, right? And as we look at the coins, we can see there's not a lot of action going on. It's the weekend. We would expect it to be slow, and it is. We would expect it to be boring, and it is. And after a very rough week in the financials, as we know, the gold market. If you are not in any positions, Pan America Silver, B2 Gold, Kinross, Fortuna Silver, Gold Fields, these are all great prices. They've come down from their nice runs they've had. So this is great entry positions, not at a top, obviously not at a bottom, but most importantly, 15, 18% off their regional tops is a great entry position, right? I would recommend that you do that. The dollar, you can see, is going against what I thought when Joe Biden came in. And initially was going down, and it was going down for quite some time. But now you can see it's starting to rally back up, and gold's been holding its own as the old dollar's been going up. But Joe Biden got into office, and the dollar, I had it, I used to have it marked. He got in. I don't know why I took the marking off, but the dollar was going down, right? 2020. Joe Biden won the election in 20. You see, the dollar was already in a deep decline. Yeah, it actually kind of bottomed out when Joe Biden got in, right? And now the dollar is strengthening, which is helping hold down and tame some of this inflation. As bad as the inflation's been, it would be multiplied times 100 worse if the dollar was sitting at sub 90 where it was 12 months ago, right? But now, since we're monetary tightening, the dollar is going up. People are getting scared around the world. So the dollar is the reserve currency. So right now they're pouring into the dollar, and you could have a breakout to the upside, and that would continue to give pressure on stocks and real estate, right? A strong dollar is bad for that. It makes it cheaper just by default if the dollar is getting stronger. But I don't think long term that's going to continue. I think there's going to be a big reversal as soon as the Fed does an about face and its bluff is called, and their meager tightening that they're doing uh, when they have to call it off the dogs because this the financial crisis that is already happening now that you can see is going to be so bad they're going to have to call the dogs off. Oh, but around me to bring in, you can see calling the dogs off. The stock market's been getting hammered. Right, and we told you it's been, and my forecast was for it to get down to 28,000 before the Fed even starts to talk about maybe thinking about calling off the dogs. And at current price at the close, that's still another 16% or $5,400. So we got a long ways before that. And you would see that would get us pretty close to the pre-COVID high. And that's where the Fed would start to get worried. But they really wouldn't call, I don't think they'll call the dogs off till you're down in here, right? And it's going to be it's going to be a big crash. And you can already see these other stocks are getting hammered, right? Twitter, look at the Nasdaq down 3.33% or $443, right? Or points as they call it in the stock market on the Dow. You can see some of these other high flyers, Amazon getting crushed 14% in one day. And you can see Amazon's breaking out of its rising channel, and from its top at its low, it was down 35%, but at current price, it's down 29.37% and falling fast. Tesla, we've entered into another short position here. You can see we've got our entry price marked out. Let's zoom in to the 3 hour. You can see I have two shares short at $901 break even. And I think this is coming down to $691. And if we take a look at that, we've been getting hammered in our gold and silver bullion recently, but making up for some of the funds on nice shorts that we've been doing in the stock market, right? And you can see our Tesla did good on Friday. It was up 3.44% or $62 because we entered it in the position at 901. It currently sits at 870, puts us up $31 a share times two is $62.12. And we're looking to do pretty good off that. As I'm not anticipating buying it back into the open market till we get sub $700. So that's a $200, so that's 400, maybe $500 profit, which would be a phenomenal trade. And that's what we're looking at doing there, or we are doing. And I would recommend, I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I play one of my own radio shows. This is strictly, yes, Dark Visions, Rating Alert, education, and most importantly, entertainment only. Yes. You must trade at your own risk. This is just my own personal opinions on the market, right? But I would encourage you to follow along with that trade because we're going to do phenomenally well again. And most importantly, the cryptos. The old cryptos. We're going to give you what to watch out for in the cryptos this weekend. The cryptos. Uh, uh, the cryptos. $37,366.69. You just can't make that up, fellas. Is your underneath major support right now, which is the next blue ring, which if this fucking ring would ever let me hit it, I would make it bigger. There we go. Let's make the ring bigger. That is your next major underneath support, as this upper ring between the orange ring and the blue rings have been playing major support resistance. You can see the orange ring all the way back here. Let's make this orange ring a little bit bigger. You can see it was support and resistance right there. Then it was support right there. Then it was resistance right there. Resistance became support, broke back through, became resistance, became support and resistance. Then it pumped and it came back down as support. Now it's currently broken back through or became support there. And this is your uptrending rising channel. We need to not, that orange is confusing me. So we're going to make that one. No, can't make it blue. We'll make it green, right? And then you see the downtrending orange ring and the uptrending blue ring. And if you go to the upside, the blue ring's been acting as resistance, support. Let's go back here. Support, flushes, resistance, pumps over it, becomes support, breaks through it, becomes resistance, breaks through it, becomes support, resistance, support. And then it flushes. Now it's coming down. And now your blue ring at 37,000 is your lower support. And then your uptrending upper resistance is this green line and the blue horizontal line at 40,328.67 cents, just above, just below the 200-day moving average. It's slithering and trickling down like a snake, right? See that? And I would suspect if this bounces up, it'll get rejected because I think you're coming down here, right? I think that's your next big move, but you could slither and trickle up to that 200-day up there just to get some of the bulls back in. But the bears will be ready to pounce and bring the price down. And I believe that's where that's going to go, but that's what you got to look out for there. XRP, you're at your major support level right now at this green ring, as the green ring's been acting as major support and resistance after a pattern breakdown of this symmetrical triangle. If we take a look back memory lane, we had upper resistance, then we had lower support, upper resistance, lower support, upper resistance, and then a flush through your final. Great call by Vincenzo where we put a buy signal right where that blue arrow is, and then we had the sell signal right up there at the time where we're moving that upper resistance, and we even put videos out there saying to sell, right? But now you're at your major support ring at the 61 cents that you came down to, as you know, the 47 cents at the top part of the orange support zone. As you know, the orange support zone is the last line of defense shithouse. That's your next underneath target, and it'll come down there very quick and fast. And from current price, it's a 23% drop because there's not a lot of volume traded into that black area south of that uh, green ring right here, right? And right now, you need, if you don't hold this support, you're coming down there quick, and that's a big fall. But if you can hold this support, you could bounce up into here, which is where we have this old area of trading that we put down from this bottom after it pumped up. We said this is a major bottom. If you can't hold that, you come to 61 cents. So this is logically a spot where the buyers could be, and it makes a quick pump up to 67, 66 cents. The 200-day comes in there, rejects it, and then the flush continues, right? Or this is going to dance along this line. The buyers will not come in, and it's going to get flushed by the 50 and continue down in a quick and swift fashion, which is absolutely possible. But that's what we're going to continue to watch out for right there. XLM, it's the same thing. You can see we're trading down almost to that 17-cent blue dotted line, which is where I believe it's going. And then, like we've been talking about since back here, your next underneath support, we thought it would happen down there, but it's more or less traded sideways into it, is going to be this blue ring and where the purple line meets. So this is your next area where there could be buyers, where you could try to get a little bit of a bounce, maybe right along this blue fib circle, because as soon as you break this blue fib circle, which you will eventually, you're coming all the way down here to 7 cents. And that's a big fall. If we take our industry exclusive measuring tool out, you can see that is a 50% flush from the blue ring to the next underneath blue ring, right? So that's what we're watching out for. That's what we're looking out for. And we're going to keep you up to date like Cardano. You're at a critical double bottom almost down here at 74 cents, because I believe your next big move is, let's get rid of that. You're coming down to 63 cents, the bottom part of the last line of defense. And as we do know, the same thing here applies to the last coin in XLM, is if you break, let's move this out to current price because it's been up in that area a while. If you break this orange support zone, the bottom part at 63 cents, the last line of defense, aka to the shit house, we've looked at the volume indicator and there's no volume there. So as soon as you break this, it's not just going to trade and give you time to decide. As soon as you break this, it's going to be a quick flush. And I would think it's only going to take a couple of days to go 50% down, just like XLM with the rings. It's not going to take you very long to, once you flush that 63 cents, to come all the way down here to the 31 cent underneath support at the top part of this last, or the top part of the shit house. You're going to come down there pretty quick, pretty fast, and you're not going to have time to get out if you're holding a bag, because you've just entered a position off your emotions, not off the technicals, off of fear of missing out, not off of smarts, off of uh, spontaneous buys instead of strategically placed buys with education, and you bought in up here instead of buying here into the pump and didn't realize what was going on, and you're still holding that, you're going to be holding a huge bag if that breaks that orange support zone. Like, subscribe, and share until the next scintillating update of Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Peace and love. Peace and love.